rumors online are once again spinning a dramatic narrative around Michael B. Jordan and his past relationship with Lori Harvey, with some social media users now claiming he has grown tired of staying silent and is finally letting frustration show about how the story unfolded. According to this online chatter, what once looked like a polished, private romance is being reinterpreted by some as a carefully managed public image on all sides, with Marjorie Harvey often pulled into speculation as a behind-the-scenes influence in the broader Harvey family brand. Some internet theories even suggest there were strategic conversations around image building, fashion visibility, and public perception during the height of the relationship, though none of these claims have been confirmed and remain purely speculative. What is being circulated now paints a highly dramatized version of events, where business, reputation, and personal relationships are all allegedly intertwined in ways outsiders could not see at the time. However, it's important to note that these narratives come entirely from online rumor cycles and social media interpretation rather than verified statements from those involved. Still, that hasn't stopped people from revisiting old headlines, interviews, and public appearances, trying to read between the lines of what was real and what was just media storytelling. As with most high-profile relationships, the truth is likely far more private and far less theatrical than what is being circulated online, but that hasn't stopped speculation from continuing to grow in dramatic fashion across the internet.
We're just gonna put that. It literally goes on like butter. So good. So next, we're gonna go in with this Westman Atelier contour stick, which is also so pretty. I love them because they're all about clean makeup. And this
online discussions have once again resurfaced old narratives surrounding Lori Harvey and her dating history prior to her relationship with Michael B. Jordan, with some reports and social media commentary suggesting that by the time the two were publicly linked, there was already a strong media storyline forming around her personal life. According to various online claims and tabloid chatter, Lori had previously been associated with several high-profile figures in the entertainment world, including rumored sightings and brief connections that fueled constant speculation in gossip circles. Some outlets referenced her being seen in Miami nightlife settings with individuals connected to well-known music circles, while others pointed to her earlier relationship timeline involving rapper Future, which included public appearances and a vacation period that drew significant media attention around early 2020. As these stories circulated, different narratives began to form online, with some suggesting that her public image at the time was already heavily shaped by constant media scrutiny and relationship headlines. Later, when her relationship with Michael B. Jordan became public, fans and commentators began revisiting that timeline and attempting to connect past rumors with present events, creating theories about image management, public perception, and celebrity branding strategies. However, it is important to emphasize that much of this discussion remains speculative, based on online interpretation rather than verified accounts from those directly involved. Still, the internet continues to frame the situation in dramatic terms, blending confirmed public appearances with rumor-driven storytelling, which has kept the conversation alive long after the relationships themselves ended.
So just so she doesn't get too red during the day. Right there. And then
Online chatter has also dragged Lori Harvey into long-running speculation involving Sean Diddy Combs, with social media users pointing to past sightings of the two together in various locations including cities like Italy, Mexico, New York, and Atlanta, which at the time fueled a wave of dating rumors and public curiosity. Because of the significant age gap and the high-profile nature of both figures, those interactions quickly became the subject of intense online debate, with gossip blogs and commenters building narratives that went far beyond what was ever publicly confirmed. Over time, these discussions evolved into even more extreme theories on social media, with some users attempting to connect unrelated claims and separate controversies into a single storyline, despite there being no verified evidence supporting those interpretations. It is important to note that none of these allegations about involvement in criminal activity or private events have been proven or confirmed by credible sources, and they largely stem from online speculation and rumor cycles rather than established fact. Still, the combination of celebrity visibility, past associations, and internet theories has kept the conversation alive, with people continuously revisiting old photos and appearances in an attempt to assign meaning where no official explanation exists. As with many public figures connected to ongoing entertainment industry controversies, Lori Harvey's name has often been pulled into broader narratives that extend far beyond documented events, blurring the line between confirmed history and online storytelling.
But a concealer right there really just like adds to the snatch. And then having the concealer kind of like right on the outer corners and then blending it up, it kind of just lifts it up. Okay, she's blended in, she's melted in. Here's where it gets fun. So I like to mix 2 cream blushes, which these are the Merit Blush Bombs, which I love these because they feel so smooth and soft going on the skin, and they just blend so good. Put them on like that in like an upper motion, and then I take it and I kind of go across my nose a little bit. I like to just look like kind of flush, and then I put a little bit on my chin and a little bit on my forehead, and then I go in.
Online conversations around Lori Harvey, Michael B. Jordan, and the wider Harvey family have once again resurfaced old relationship timelines, with social media users revisiting past headlines and connecting dots in ways that continue to fuel endless speculation. Before her relationship with Michael B. Jordan, Lori's dating history had already been heavily discussed online, with rumors and media reports linking her to several high-profile figures over the years, including brief associations that were widely circulated in entertainment blogs and gossip cycles. Names like Trey Songz, Lewis Hamilton, and Memphis Depay have all appeared in public discussions at different points, alongside earlier rumors involving connections within influential entertainment circles. As this history gets reposted and reanalyzed online, some users argue that by the time Lori and Michael became a public couple, her image had already been heavily shaped by constant media attention and narrative framing. When Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey went public, the relationship quickly became one of the most talked about pairings in Hollywood, often portrayed as a shift into a more polished, high-fashion, brand-driven public image for both sides. At the time, interviews and reports suggested that differences in long-term expectations played a role in their eventual split, with one widely circulated explanation pointing to misaligned goals for the future. However, years later, online commentary has taken a more dramatic turn, with social media users attempting to reinterpret the breakup through the lens of influence, image, and family dynamics involving Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey. These discussions often focus on the highly public nature of the relationship, especially moments where Michael and Lori were seen together at major fashion events like Paris Fashion Week, where attention from paparazzi and media outlets intensified their visibility as a couple. Some online theories suggest that the intersection of fame, branding, and family reputation may have added pressure to the relationship, though none of these claims are confirmed and remain part of internet speculation. Others contrast personalities and industry positioning, framing the relationship as 2 strong public figures navigating very different expectations in the spotlight. There are also recurring internet narratives suggesting preferences, disagreements, and behind-the-scenes influence, but these stories largely originate from social media interpretation rather than verified reporting. Even in the absence of confirmed details, the breakup continues to be revisited because of how publicly the relationship was followed and how quickly it became part of celebrity culture discourse. In reality, the only confirmed details remained what was publicly acknowledged at the time, that the relationship ended, and both Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey moved forward separately. Everything beyond that lives in the space of speculation, fan theory, and the internet's ongoing attempt to rewrite celebrity history through new angles and interpretations.
Because I'm not the best at eyeliner, so this is just to help give my lash line a little definition. This is an old faithful of mine, and I honestly don't even know if they make it anymore because I was in Sephora the other day and I was looking for another one and I could not find it. But this is an Urban Decay Naked Illuminated palette, and it just looks like this. And my friend gave me...
Online speculation around Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey has continued to evolve long after their breakup, with social media users still revisiting old claims, interviews, and second-hand commentary in an attempt to reconstruct what really happened behind the scenes. Among the more dramatic narratives circulating online is the idea that outside influences may have played a role in shaping public perception of the relationship and its eventual breakdown, though none of these claims have ever been officially confirmed by the people involved. Some internet discussions have also referenced comments attributed to individuals close to the broader entertainment circle, suggesting that rumors of infidelity or trust issues were part of the noise surrounding the couple near the end of their relationship. These claims often point to unnamed sources or resurfaced gossip interviews, including mentions of people connected to both Lori's and her family's extended social network. However, it's important to note that these stories exist primarily within the realm of online rumor and have not been substantiated by verified evidence or direct statements from Michael B. Jordan or Lori Harvey themselves. As with many high-profile breakups, different versions of the story continue to circulate depending on which online narrative people choose to believe. Some frame the split as a simple difference in timing and long-term goals, while others interpret it through a more dramatic lens involving outside pressure and conflicting loyalties. Even years later, the lack of clear public explanation has left space for endless theories to grow, with old names, old interviews, and old speculation constantly being reinterpreted to fit new storylines. In the end, what remains consistent is not a confirmed account of betrayal or interference, but rather a highly public relationship that became subject to intense media attention, internet storytelling, and ongoing fan debate long after it ended.
Of it because it doesn't like clump my lashes up, which I feel like a lot of mascaras do. It just makes them look nice and long. Look at the difference. I'm also really trying to do no lashes right now, trying to grow my natural lashes out, which is a process, but we're here, we're doing it. Okay, so one beauty tip that my mom's given me that I live by now is to stop using makeup wipes. She loves for me to use I get it from her. She uses this petroleum based makeup remover, but it's like a cleanser as well. So it's almost like you're kind of double cleansing, but it's just so much better for your skin because like those makeup wipes are really harsh. And I really want to look like her when I'm her age, so I listen to whatever she says. Does everybody make that like a really crazy mascara face? I feel like every time I do my bottom mascara, I literally can't even help it.
In the end, a lot of this online narrative circles back to perception, silence, and how quickly public opinion can fill in the gaps when a high-profile relationship ends without a clear explanation. Some social media users have constructed theories suggesting that outside voices may have influenced how the breakup between Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey was publicly interpreted, especially given how quickly speculation spread across platforms and how rapidly old rumors were resurfaced and recontextualized. From that perspective, fans often point to the absence of a joint public statement and the noticeable quiet that followed the breakup as moments that allowed the internet to create its own storyline. In that silence, assumptions grew, old clips were revisited, and every small detail was turned into possible evidence depending on who was analyzing it. At the same time, others argue that this is simply how celebrity breakups play out in the age of social media, where privacy and speculation collide almost instantly. What remains clear, however, is that none of these theories have ever been confirmed by Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey, or anyone directly involved, and most of the more dramatic claims exist within the world of online interpretation rather than verified fact. Still, the story continues to be revisited because of how public the relationship once was and how little closure was actually given to the public. And that's exactly why the conversation refuses to die down. In the absence of clear answers, people keep building their own versions of events, turning a private breakup into a public mystery that keeps evolving every time it gets retold.